Mr. Carter. Are we good, Mr. Carter? Abby, are we good? Are we taping? We're good? All right, hey. Hey, seniors. We have not had you all together as the class of 2017 in 2017, so welcome to your graduation year. Yeah, for sure. Wow, sustained applause. I had the pleasure of speaking with some of you, and you said on New Year's Eve, there was that moment like, oh, 2007. Oh, God. The future is now. So, the future is now. We, here at North Farmington High School, have 2 senior meetings. This is the first of them. We will give you some information that is moderately important to you, very important most likely to your families, and very important to the process of graduating and celebrating your accomplishments across the last 12 years, certainly the last 4 here at North. We will have a second meeting. When that one happens, it will be spring. It will be warm. It will be second semester. And if you think school's hard now, just you wait. But when we have that meeting, that will be much more of the details about some of the events you guys are thinking of. We're also going to we're videoing this right now, and it will be available on our website because we know there are adults in your family and extended family who are going to ask, what was covered at that meeting? What did we talk about? And you're like, I don't know. They gave me a packet. Sign it. God. Leave me alone. And so you can always refer them back to this. So instead of having to deal with awkward conversations at the dinner table, you can just be like, here, watch this video. Leave me alone. Can I borrow $20? Whatever your usual conversations with the adults at your house are. We have some adults who truly run this place and guide us in many ways. They are kind of our parents while we're here at North. Let's talk to one of the number one parents we've got, our guide and guardian, Mr. Joe Green, your principal.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. It's going to go real fast from here on out. You have 5.5 months left at North. Some of you might say something like, thank God. Some of you also are getting kind of nervous and thinking about transition. A lot of you helped us out last night with 8th grade orientation. Thank you to those of you who helped out. That was awesome. It was a good night. But you're in that weird space that they're in. And listen, in life, we get caught up in everything way too much. At every age, we just get caught up in what's going on. We get caught up in the moment. We get caught up in rushing towards that next thing. You're in a very strange place that's a very cool place. It's a liminal space between 2 places. You're not really a high school student for much longer. You're not yet a college student. You are almost full-fledged adults, and for the truth of it, you are. But your parents are struggling seeing you as a kid. You're struggling to take on the mantle of being an adult and being responsible for yourself, because that's kind of an awesome responsibility, both in the cool sense and the scary sense. Really appreciate the space you're in. These next 5.5 months are a chance for you to take stock of who you are and what you've become as a result of your time here, so that you have a clear picture of that in mind when you leave these doors at graduation and you go to college. Because you're going to need to have a good sense and core of who you are when you get there. Does that make sense? And a big part of that in the next 5.5 months is us relying on your leadership to reflect on who you are and the mark you want to leave here, and to go out strong so that you push yourself in your classes to make sure you really know what you're capable of before you set foot on a college campus. That you make good and smart decisions and you have a great time with this group of people you grew up with, but you take good care of each other and keep each other safe. That you also make sure the legacy you pass on to the freshmen who maybe could use a little boost of maturity. They're not really mean at all, but they kind of need some maturity. You guys have a chance to put a dose of that into them before you leave by how you act and how you treat people. So in the next 5.5 months, finish strong. Help the freshmen know what it means to be a Raider. Help the juniors see the example they want to set when they're seniors next year. Does that make sense? All right. So appreciate the moments as they go by. Make sure you start talking to the people you want to make sure are part of the story long after here. Don't wait till graduation to have that conversation. By then, it's going to be a rush and a flurry. Thanks for an awesome start to the year so far. You guys have helped us through some interesting times in the last 6 months, and we really appreciate it, and so we look forward to you guys helping us get through the end of the year. I'm going to hand things over to Mr. Ozar. Thanks for being a great class so far, guys.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
I love that Mr. Green said that you guys have been a really, really nice class. And we have these conversations about how we really are appreciative of the seniors, and they handled that well, and it's had a nice tone. And so a big part of what we can do is help you guys have a really nice finish, and we can help you set that tone. Part of that is making sure we handle the business in a timely fashion. And the first thing we need to do is get you guys set up with caps and gowns. The garb of graduation. We need to order that and make sure you have the right ones. We've been working with Harif Jones, and Joe's here today. We've been working with them for, I think, since North Farmington opened. And I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm saying that like legit. They've always been our company. So we're happy to have them back. They are working with us for you. This is information you need. Come on down, dude, to tell them what they need to know. This is Joe. Yeah, there you go, North. There you go.
Hey, thank you. A nice, warm North welcome. How about a quick first round of applause for Mr. Green and Mr. Ozar for getting you guys out of class a little bit today? All right, so like they said, we are here to talk about graduation and getting you across that stage in your cap and gown and wearing it properly. So at the end of today, we are going to pass out a senior catalog for everything you guys need to know about graduation. So first and foremost, there's going to be a lot of information in there. Inside of it, there's going to be an information sheet and instructions. Who here is a first-time graduate? Who's the oldest in their family to come to high school, go to North? All right, so this is not only new for you guys, but it's new for mom and dad as well. So we need to make sure we get the information home. And the white sheet with the rater lines on it, that'll kind of walk you through how to fill everything out in the packet. Because we're going to be back in 2 weeks for orders for senior caps and gowns. So first and foremost is the order sheet. So on this order sheet, you will see 4 different cap and gown packages. On the order form, you'll see another handful of packages. So you can order a couple of different ways. You can order a la carte and individually. Order your cap and gown, order your announcements, and order some accessories. Or we make it easy, we put it into the packages. So that's the most important and most often ordered things by students and their parents, as well as we give you free announcements. So since most of you are going to want to order announcements to announce your graduation, we put those in the packets for free in all the packages. And so on the top of the order form, you'll see we need you to fill out your contact information. So that's your school, your name, your height and weight, and all your contact information. On the bottom in section 4 is your cap and gown information. So we need an accurate height and weight. And ladies, if you're going to wear heels, we ask that you add 2 inches to your height to make sure the gown fits properly. So again, first and foremost, all of our contact information, all of your contact information at the top of the order form, and then your cap and gown, your approximate height and weight, and then ladies, if you're going to wear heels, I ask you add 2 inches to your height. So you'll see different announcement packages on the order form, cap and gown packages on the information sheet, and then we always put the most popular and items ordered in the Raider package, the mascot package. This includes all of your announcements. This includes the senior gear, hoodies, sweats, t-shirts, things you guys are going to want to have to wear. Also includes your cap and gown. So on the green form, that's our most popular. That is everything to get you across the stage at graduation, as well as announce your graduation. So with graduation, it's one of the 3 most important formal events in your life that you'll send out a formal invite and a formal announcement. Number 1 is graduation. Number 2 is a wedding. And number 3 is the birth of a child. So all 3... Yeah, only one this year. Only one. So you can see this is a stepping stone. Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So again, one of 3 major life events, you send out an announcement. And then lastly, to put that stamp on graduation, to put that final seal your senior year, we also have class ring information in the packets. So full information about class rings here to kind of show your story and your time here at North. So full class ring information here. And if you're interested, we've got full catalogs up front. And so again, with graduation, with caps and gowns, we'll be taking those orders next week, Thursday the 26th, and Friday the 27th during your lunches out in the hall. We'll split it up, ladies first on Thursday and boys on Friday. Now, we just do that for packing purposes, so girls, if you can't make it, or boys, if you can't make it, of course, you can come the next day. If you cannot make those days during lunches, by all means, reach out to our office. You can place your order over the phone. You can go online to our website, and you can place your orders that way. You have a question?
It's true. We don't feed the children.
We don't feed the children those days.
We have half days. So what day were we talking about this?
Thursday and Friday, the 26th and 27th,
That's
next
perfect.
week.
Yeah, so
Thank you for that.
no. Yeah, we're still collecting. You don't have to go into the cafeteria. We're going to set them up in the west lobby. So as you exit, instead of going to lunch, as you go home to sleep or Netflix or possibly study, you can drop them off. I wouldn't. That's studying is terrible. So on Thursday and Friday, those are still our pickup dates. We're not doing it at lunches. We'll be doing it in the west lobby as you walk by for half days.
Perfect.
Yes,
All right.
Yes. And double points for Rick, who's like, we don't have lunch. Like, good job, Rick.
All right, Rick. All right. Perfect. All right, so we will be, thank you, we will be in West Lobby that day as you're exiting class and exiting school. We'll be there collecting orders for your caps and gowns, your announcements, and accessories. Also, we'll be collecting payments those days. So cash, check, money order, or credit card you can fill out on the bottom of the form. So like Mr. Ozar said, we've been doing business with North Farmington a long time. We've been in the family and the school business for just over 40 years. So we are a small family-owned company, so we understand if there's hardships at home, if there's job loss, or there's something going on that's out of your control. If that is your specific situation, please don't hesitate to reach out to the counselors. Reach out to your staff. They will get in touch with us. We will work something out to make sure you have your cap and gown and any accessories or any announcements you'd like, and we'll work out a payment plan for you. But it's much easier to help you out in January and February than it is in April, May, and June leading up to graduation. So if that's your specific situation at home, please reach out to the staff here, and we are here to help. We understand there's things that are out of your control. We want to make sure getting your cap and gown and getting across the stage is the smoothest process. That's the last thing you need to worry about. And with that, everything in the packet and all the prices are based upon a group order. So you have until February 3rd to place your order for the group in-school discount. After that, we send the orders into Indianapolis, and then the prices do adjust because you're not part of the group order. Because it's easier and cheaper to package up 100, 200, 300 caps and gowns as is your 1 or 2 single units moving forward. So we give you the week leading up and then the week after to place those orders. And again, our contact information is in the packet. We're open from 8 to 5. We also have a new office that's open to the public if you want to make an appointment for mom and dad to come out and talk to us and be part of the process. So if there's any questions between now and then, feel free to reach out to our office. The online ordering should be up starting as soon as this evening. So if you want to go ahead and get started and take care of it before that day on next week, you just want to get out of here and study, Netflix, nap, whatever, by all means, give our office a call or go online and do it all then. Otherwise, we'll be in school to take your orders, answer any questions. We also bring out the whole mobile store, so I'll have the hoodies and sweats and T-shirts and things for you to see and give to you right there. That way, Mom and Dad don't have to pay shipping. So if there aren't any other questions, again, my name is Joe. We'll be here next week for cap and gown orders, and you have until February 3rd to be part of the group discount pricing. After that, you'll be able to call us up or go online and do any orders that way. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So you're going to get these packets right at the very end of the meeting. A couple of things about caps and gowns. When will you get them if you order them here? We're going to give them to you at our graduation rehearsal, which is June 8th. So don't watch the mailbox. Like, is it here? Did it come? Like, no, it's not your Amazon package. It'll be a long time. You'll pick it up here. If you have questions about this stuff, call them. Mrs. McMurray, Mrs. Trapcheck, certainly I am not the people to help you with this, although we will have extras of the packets. So you can check that stuff out. Here's a conversation that a lot of people want to have, and I want to have it with all you guys in a really earnest way. Do we at North decorate our caps? Do we at North have the opportunity to wear extra vestments or things that are significant to us other than the cords that are issued at North? And the answer, which is not always easy to hear, is no. There it is. There you go. It's good. So let me tell you why. At North Farmington High School, we go out of our way to celebrate our students, our seniors, you. We have an all-night party. We shut down the school and march you guys through in a legit parade. We have senior honors night. We fill the stage with you guys and talk about you for hours and hours and hours. We have built the entire year about you as individuals, you as members of teams, you as clubs, pep rallies. We have celebrated you and your individuality. We go pretty loose on the dress code. We are not making a big deal about hats. We are not trying to stop you from being you as much as we can. The ceremony at graduation at American Hockey Arena, formerly CompuWare, is not about you. It is you crossing that stage in a cap and gown. You have earned it. It's about the human beings that helped get you there. I'm not talking about teachers. I'm talking about grandparents who made sacrifices to get you to this community, parents who work crazy hours in jobs that aren't always their favorite. There's a lot of human beings who have sacrificed and worked and are still doing that so that you can go to North Farmington, so you can graduate. And when we go to graduation, we don't want it to be about like, oh, check out that hat, or oh, she really did that, or like he's wearing it that way. It is about Raiders. It is about 50-plus years of kids from great families from all over the planet coming together to do real work here and graduating with a diploma that really means something because we said they're a Raider. And so we want you to be you, and we want you to have the stamp that is your own individuality, but that day is not about being individuals, it's about the school community. And that might not be exactly what you want to hear, but we're hoping you can understand that's why at North Farmington we don't decorate our mortarboards and we only wear the vestments that are part of it. So if you want to talk more about it, I would love to hear your opinion, and we can continue this conversation knowing that that's just not something we do. He also mentioned heels. So if some of you have this fierce pair of shoes that you're planning on, just like, oh, I'm going to slay in those. They're 9 inches, metal, red bottom. Nobody got these. Custom. I just want you to know that our expectation is that you will be able to walk in front of 3,000 people, all of whom have their cameras out, up a ramp, up another ramp, pause, hear your name on a loudspeaker, then runway walk with your name being called in front of everyone focused on you, where you then have to talk, grab, shake hands, and continue to walk, and then there's stairs. So if you can get your Beyonce on and do like 3 hours of dancing in super high heels, like, get it, go. If you're a little on the wobbly side and you look like a drunk dinosaur when you wear heels, maybe graduation's not your day. Now, I bring this up right now because if you are a little bit of that tranquilized giraffe when you put on the heels, you have 2 months to practice. But there is nothing more terrifying than seeing a graduate like, we will remember you, not for the reason you want to be remembered. So if you're planning on those heels, make sure you adjust your sizes. Questions on cap and gown? All right, ladies and gentlemen, they hold the key to your future in so many ways it's kind of scary. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet counseling. That's a teaser. That's a trailer for the Lynn Maher show. Where's Dagmar? Ladies, you ready? All right, one of the things that people associate with graduation is the cap and gown. one of the great artifacts that you'll get to keep besides your cap. Do they keep their cap? They keep their cap and gown, right? Yo, Flossie, it's happening. You will keep your cap and gown, which means you now have a Halloween costume for the rest of your life. 1 year, recent graduate. Next year, tacky drapes. 3 years from now, poop emoji. It's big and brown. Just do your thing. Your cap and gown is not going to hold that much. It's not going to hold that much nostalgia for you. However, your yearbook, one of the great artifacts of the time you spent at North Farmington, is a pretty important thing, and to talk about it is some of the women who make the yearbook possible. Ladies, what's up? Dagmar.
Hi. I'm just going to announce us and say that we have a few announcements, and I'll hand it to you. Okay, hi. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Hannah Shear, and this is Dagmar Torbeck, and we just have a few announcements about the yearbook and making it as great as it can be with all of your beautiful faces in it.
All right, so I know that a lot of people are probably really tired of hearing this, but this will be the last time we tell you, because your senior pictures are due tomorrow. If you do not send in your senior pictures by tomorrow, then they will not be in the yearbook. So, yes.
And that also includes your quote.
That also includes your quote. I know that we said we had a due date, but if you for some reason forgot to send it, if it's not in tomorrow, you have one last chance to send it. If it's not in tomorrow, that will not be in there, and your senior quote will be, "It's a great day to be a Raider." Yes. Not that it's a bad quote, but other people will have it, so you won't be unique.
Alrighty. Also, yearbooks are on sale online at yearbookordercenter.com until January 23rd. I really recommend that your senior year, you all buy yearbooks. They're really great to have, and I know that like you guys are all thinking maybe, it's just a high school yearbook, who cares? But it's our senior year, so it's really cool, and there is a whole classroom of people who worked really hard to make this happen for us.
If you do not buy your yearbook by the 23rd, then the price will go up, and there is no guarantee that you're going to get one. We'll be selling some on the distribution day. I'm foreign. And right now,
it's $81 right now.
Yeah, the price right now is $81, but it's going to be $90 and they're at the day distribution day, and there is no guarantee that you're going to get one. So, yes.
Alrighty. Also, get your baby ads in. They can be created also at yearbookordercenter.com. And it's just, we do not, do we have a deadline?
Yes.
February 28th, and after the 28th, no baby ads will be accepted.
So if they have any publications, yearbook questions, what room do they go to get their answers?
406.
Also, if you're not sure if your senior picture's in, maybe something happened, I don't know, go to 406 and tell your name and she'll check it, and it'll just take a second. So, yes. And that was it.
Nice job. Thank you, ladies. Hey, Hannah, good job. Good job. Yo, so right now, your yearbook is $81. If you don't buy it now, it's $90. That's $9. That's like half a Starbucks drink. Like this, save your money. Number two, raise your hand if your last name starts with the letter M or, yeah, very good, yours does, it does. All of you should, the letter, I asked a bad question. Raise your hand if it starts with a letter, and it does. A capital letter, I bet, even. I'm good at this game. If your last name starts with the letter M or later, M to Z, okay. The chances of you guys getting a yearbook on the last day, the distribution day, is super low, because you're going to go through the line alphabetically because it's at graduation practice, and by the time we get to Shemansky, like, they gone. There's no more books because they're only going to order a limited number of books. So if this is something you're interested in, save the money, $81. I know a lot of your pictures are on social media because that's where people put pictures, where I put pictures as well. Very rarely are you going to sit down with people and go through 10 years of Instagram. I hope. That's weird. However, a yearbook is a physical object you can have on a shelf and open up like, oh, I remember that, or hey, I wonder what happened there. My wife, her sister, people I know and run into, they still talk about the yearbook like, oh, there's a picture of me that I wish was not in the yearbook from my senior year. It doesn't matter. It's not important. but I hear about it still to this day because it's something people built a memory around. All right, here we go. Counselors, they've got information you really genuinely need to hear. They're going to give it to you. My role model in life and all else, Lynn Maher.
Thank you. So, I do have a funny yearbook story to tell you. I grew up in Lathrop Village. I went to Southfield Lathrop. And there are a number of your parents here who went to Southfield Lathrop also. And whenever we see each other, guess where we go and pull out? Our Southfield Lathrop yearbook, and we look for each other. So it is very funny. But very quickly, seniors, I just want to do EDP. There are still 47 of you who have not turned in your signed EDP. The reason we talk about this is if you do not turn in your EDP, you will not get this cap and gown and you will not graduate. We are not kidding. Miss Washington gave all of you who are missing an EDP a signed copy in December. You were supposed to bring it home to parent guardian, get it signed, bring it back to counseling so you can get your cap and gown at graduation practice. Number 2, if you were deferred, waitlisted, pended to a college, and they said, we want to see your first semester senior grades, you must go into your Parchment account. You're going to hit the button that says hold for grades. That means you're ordering your semester 1 grades, and we will send it out after finals and the grades are posted. Everybody should have a Parchment account, even if you're not going to college next year, because if you go later, you'll still need to get a hold of your transcript. Everybody going to college, fall, this year, 2017, you will need, after graduation, to go into your Parchment account and send your final transcript with that magic word graduation. This year, once again, 14 seniors who graduated from our school, even though we have this conversation, got dropped from their classes. And they were calling us from the university panicking because they did not send their final graduation transcript. It's very, very important. And the last thing is scholarships. We're starting to get scholarship requests, information counselors need to fill out. Fabulous. We love to do it. Please give us 2 weeks' notice because we get so much information. Local scholarships are coming up the month of March. It's 1 month where you can apply for scholarships that are for North Farmington students only. Mr. Schultz, he has a scholarship in honor of his father-in-law. It's for a male athlete. We have a scholarship for someone who's going to MSU that did a lot of community service. There's a special scholarship through the CASA program. We have a scholarship for someone with special needs. So please check those out and apply, apply, apply. And that is all I have to say. Thank you, class of 2017.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to hit that EDP thing again because I know for a lot of us, if there's something you're supposed to do but it's annoying or you don't think it's got value, you don't do it. And that's not throwing shade at this particular state law. Legit, there are 3 or 4 kids every year who don't get their cap and gown, and it's 8 hours before a senior honors night and a day and a half before graduation, and like, I need my cap and gown, like, we need your EDP. But I didn't, we will hold your diploma. That is a state law. It's not something we're excited about. It is so much easier to do now than it is to be running around when you're not even in school anymore and it's nice outside and there's fun things to do. Handle your business on this one. Get it in the deadline because we can't let you graduate until this piece of paperwork is through. I know a lot of times there's stuff you can just kind of like, no, that's all right, that's all right. This will follow you and catch up with you. Make sure you handle that. There is a group of people who've been working extremely hard while you guys have been working extremely hard as seniors, and that is your class board. And your president, especially this year, is a straight killer. Like Emily Barron is the nicest murderer of jobs and tasks I've ever met. We're going to bring her up here. You guys have fantastic leadership in this class, and she's an exemplar of that. Emily, what's going on with the senior class?
Hi, guys. Okay, so a couple announcements from senior board. We're excited to say that we've reached a milestone of $13,000, which is really good. So thank you to everyone that has come to our events and volunteered. This money does help with lowering the cost of prom tickets. However, we still need to fundraise a lot more in order to have the best prom we can and lower the price even more. Upcoming, we have a fundraiser. We have a can and bottle drive after the Super Bowl, and we're planning some more fun events for you guys. We will be having a second order of spiritware, which will be available starting at all lunches, February 1st through the 7th. And then we're excited to announce our prom committee, who are Martin Abro, Katie Federick, Donald Wrench, Kiera McRae, Sonia Farouk, Lauren Matthews, Ethan Craftsman, Sophia Joswiak, and myself.
Stand up if you are one of those people. Stand up.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. All right, so these people who are kind of standing, some of them are sitting, Kiara's in the front. She's like, are they still standing? I'm not turning around. Are they still? They're sitting? I'm sitting. All right. These are seniors who've been working really hard in a lot of different ways this year, who are hand-selected by board to help build a prom that you want. So if you have an idea of something you want or don't want, tell those people. Here's what does you no good. Hearing about a decision that's been made and be like, this is going to suck. Let's subtweet about this for 5 days. Thought we were going to have a lit prom. Turns out it's crap. Meh. Or you could advocate for yourself. You can find Donald or find Kiara or find Ethan. You can find Ethan. He's out collecting hugs somewhere, always. And say, hey, we would like this. It's going to be at the Rooster Tail. We've already put down a deposit, a lot of money there because we've had great experiences there. We have not planned anything else, not because we're behind, because that's not how we get down. We have not planned because we want it to come from you. What do you want? What do you not want? What kind of music do you want? Is there a DJ you've heard of? What is your food expectation? Yeah, call it. Walking up to him, be like, yo, I want to hear Little Uzi Vert. That doesn't help us any. I mean, it helps us a little bit. Help us a little bit. Okay. I now said one song title, and everyone is saying 25 others. This game is not that fun. Talk to these people about prom. Second thing about prom. Many of you have friends who go to other schools, and you're like, we already know how much it's going to cost. How much is prom? My parents want to know. We don't know for 2 reasons. One, we're still fundraising. We will fundraise up to the very end to get you the best deal. Number 2, we don't know what you want. We didn't want to sign on for a DJ or a light show or a French fry bar or a chocolate fountain or traveling musicians carrying ice cream cones. It's a possibility. Because we don't know what you want. So be communicative. Help us raise money. I want to piggyback on something that Joe said. We are committed, Mr. Green, Mr. Carruthers, Ms. Corbett, the counselors, myself as your advisor, to building as many experiences for you as possible. And we don't want anyone to get left out, and we know it gets really expensive. And for some of you, you're like, not even a thing. Congratulations. I'm dead. Real talk. If you or a friend of yours who's a senior is going to have a hard time paying for a cap and gown, is going to struggle with a prom ticket, is not sure how they're going to pay for a dress, I want you to know that there are a lot of machineries behind the curtain that you guys don't know about because we don't make a big deal about it. But here at North Farmington, we want to create this opportunity. So if you are experiencing some hardship, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Let us know. Let us know for your friends. We have a collection of dresses that's been donated by graduates and local merchants that we privately keep for young ladies who are having a hard time finding the money for a prom dress. We have a network of alumni who have told me really recently, if you've got a kid who can't do cool stuff, let me know. Now, a bunch of you are like, I'm going to let you know. If you're really in need, absolutely. If some of you are like, I'm going to catch a bargain real quick. No. Do what you can. We will do what we can to keep the price down and communicate with your counselors, with me, even if it's embarrassing. As a young person who did not grow up in a place like Farmington Hills, as a young person who now, not a young person anymore, who is a teacher whose wife is a part-time teacher, life gets expensive. There's no shame in this. The only thing to feel bad about is if you don't ask for the help that we really want to provide. So as the bills start rolling, if it's hard for you or your family, or you know of a friend who's in trouble, let us know so we can help. Because this is about all of us experiencing all of these fun things together. The last ticket thing I'm going to talk about before we start closing out a little bit is there are no tickets for graduation. So if you've got family members who are worried they're not going to be able to have a seat, it's not a thing. You can bring as many people as you want. Weird Uncle Ray, tell them to show up. That's fine. Your grandma, grandpa, awesome. We have handicap available seating for people in wheelchairs. We want to celebrate you, and we want to make sure everyone can do everything as we get close to graduation and prom. You also have a senior all-night party. Yeah. Here goes the script. In Ozark voice. Raise your hand if you already know. Raise your hand if you already know you've got your ticket for the all-night party. Okay. Raise your hand if you're planning on going, but you don't know if you have a ticket or not. All right. Raise your hand if you have no idea what the senior all-night party is. All right. Those are all excellent hand raises. I'm giving you 4 out of 4. You are mastering this. All right. Here we go. Senior all-night party takes place the night of your graduation. Mr. Green, are we early or late? Do we know? You guys? I'm sorry. I meant graduation. Are we middle? Yeah. Hey, Taylor, will you just actually hold up on that for a sec, babe? I know you got. Okay. So, here's how it works. If we are the late graduation, which would be kind of nice, you go to graduation, hang out with your family, get a bite to eat, come to North. Parent groups will transform this place, and it will not look like North. I know a bunch of you are like put some paper on the wall. No. It's ridiculous. Your parents are amazing, hardworking people, and many of you have lost basements and garages already because they're making stuff. So we want you to have a chance to come to this. It starts at 11 o'clock. It ends at 5 a.m. the next day. The whole night is here at North Farmington High School. It is more food than you can eat. Endless buffets of pizza, burgers, sushi, cake, candy. It's actually kind of gross. We will have a full casino where you will be able to gamble that evening. We will have bounce houses, photo booths, prizes. Yeah. I get my Oprah on. You get a bounce house. You get a bounce house. You get a bounce house. Yes. Where's Josh Kraft? All right, Josh Kraft does not get a bounce house. Everyone else. I was going to say it to his face. Hey. There will be a DJ. There will be dancing. What's that you're asking, young man? I'm sorry. A question from the audience. What's your name?
My name is Dominic.
Dominic, where are you from?
I'm from Detroit.
Where are you from?
Farmington.
Farmington. That's not the same. Talking about. All right. Dominic asked a great question. Dominic said, is there a hypnotist? Seniors, I know you saw a little bit of it on Snapchat last year. This man puts people out and just makes them do weird stuff. And you're like, oh, I saw it. You have no idea how funny it is when it's somebody you know. Seriously, just Maggie left hypnotized. Who knows what could possibly happen? You guys have got a lot of characters in your group. We are excited about this possibility. The hypnotist show is unreal. And when we talk to seniors afterwards, one of their biggest memories is the senior all-night party. It is the last time for you guys to all be together. Huge tradition. Tickets have been on sale. The tickets start going up. Now, I know some of you are like, not my money, I don't care. That's crappy. Like, seriously, it's your parents' money. Take good care. Maybe it's your money. Take good care of it. Check this out. There's an order form in the office. You can download one on the North website. There's a senior all-night party link on the left side of the homepage. Right now, tickets are $65. That is a steal. $65, Terry. Okay. On February 1st, less than 2 weeks away-ish, certainly less than 3. Thank you, Lauren. Lauren's just like, whatever. It's okay. You're not good at math. Thank you, Lauren. They go up to $75 American. Yeah, so you know it's real. You can turn your order forms into the front office. You can let Emily Barron know if you have any questions. She knows stuff. Get on this. Make sure this happens. All right. Last thing. There's a different deadline on this one. We talked about yearbook deadlines. We talked about cap and gown deadlines. This one's a little bit more abstract. And real talk, it's been really mellow year with you guys as senior class, and 15 straight years of being the senior class advisor, which is an honor that I appreciate you guys allowing me to have. And now I've been in high school for like 25 years. I know a little bit. A little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. And I will say that you are an extremely mellow, nice class. This meeting has been easy. You guys are just kind of chilling. It's great. And I was going to leave it at that. And a number of seniors, and I'm not saying like, I know sometimes people are like, a bunch of people are saying. You're like, who? Like, oh, this one girl? Like, that's not a bunch of people. A number of people, approaching around 10, have come to me at different times and like, hey, can we say something at the senior meeting? I was like, yeah, what do you want to say? I kind of wish our class was a little closer. I kind of wish our class was a little interesting that you're laughing at this very sincere message. I kind of wish we did a little bit more together. I kind of wish we all hung out a little bit more because we've got great friend groups, but those groups don't really see each other very much. And I'm not saying that 2 kids said this. I'm saying around 10 in different groups, sometimes together. And one person was like, I hate it that our class hates each other. I was like, okay, there's that. I have not perceived that. I am not bringing this up because you did something wrong. On the contrary, I'm bringing this up because you have the opportunity to do something right. If you feel like things are going exactly like they need to with an extremely well-behaved class and you guys handle your business and do things right, cool, maintain. Because Mr. Green, I think I speak for you in the administration, we have no complaints about the senior class of 2017, not even close. And something that I say to Mr. Green, and he says to me, and we have this conversation a lot, something I say to Emily so often I'm sure she's sick of hearing it, which is, that was good, let's make it better. It's interesting that you guys sat like this. You didn't do it wrong. Wouldn't it be interesting if we stepped out a little bit? Wouldn't it be interesting if we reached out to our classmates and say, hey, there's a fundraiser, let's all go to that? You can say no, but some people might want to say yes. Wouldn't it be interesting if maybe we sat together a little bit more? If when second semester starts in a couple of days, that instead of sitting with those same 3 people you already knew, you saw somebody you kind of knew, was like, hey, sit over here. Your lunches change. And suddenly those shifts will happen. What if you don't sit with the same people you've been sitting with since elementary school? They're pretty cool. They're still going to be your friend. What about some more friends? You're not getting scolded. You've done nothing wrong. Members of the senior class have asked me to reach out to you and say, could we be more unified? In the spring, when it's warm, and we have to talk about things like prom cost, prom theme, water wars, senior skip day, when we have our next meeting, wouldn't it be interesting if the class of 2017 filled in the middle next to each other? Wouldn't it be interesting if instead of waiting for your friends to grab a seat, you just sat with your class because this is my class? I don't know if it's going to happen. If it doesn't, you're still not wrong. But the deadline for this, the deadline to be in high school, the deadline to bond with these people is fast approaching. And it's one thing to have to turn in something late, but you never get a second chance to form relationships with people you won't see ever again. Something to think about. Something to think about. Do you have any questions on anything that we've talked about? Because I want to make sure you're in a good shape to start up second semester and finish up your senior year. Cool. Don't move. Some of our seniors are going to help us out. They're going to pass out these packets. We want to make sure everyone gets one. Just stay in your seats. Thank you very much. Give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. Stay in your seats, though. Stay in your seats. If you do not have a packet, so let's get some going right here. Hey, Michaela, will you grab another stack and bring it to him? Thanks, sir. Yeah, you can grab that stack if you need to. No, for you even. Actually, yeah. Hang out. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, please. Don't go anywhere. Keep your hand up if you need one. Keep your hand up if you need one. Thanks. No, you're good. How did you get a million? You could outfit a whole band. Last call. Anyone who does not have a packet, raise your hand, please. All right, stay here for a sec. Stay here for a sec, please. Colenso, stop walking-o. I know, I'm picking on you, Sean. I'm your teacher, man. No one's there. I know. I don't know why you're rushing to that busted class, man. That teacher's terrible. Real quick. All right, snap your fingers one time, please. Snap your fingers 2 times, please. Let's go for 3. 1, 2, 3. Seniors, last thing that you have not seen yet. There are a number of catalogs for class rings. This is a tradition that used to be a really big deal. In some communities continues to be a big deal, and here at North Farmington, we're kind of hit or miss. Some people are like, why would I do that? And a lot of other people are like, why wouldn't I? Many of you have family members who still with pride wear their class rings. If this is something you're interested in, all available on the website as well as these right up here up front. What's probably going to happen is in a moment we're going to dismiss you back to your 6th hour. You're going to take way too long in the hallway. And that's why I am going to walk to the office and make an announcement that seniors are headed back and to mark anyone tardy who's not there within 4 minutes. You're getting the head start, but the legs are long and they move quick. Number 2, many of you are going to get your packet. You're going to jam it into your backpack, which is a black hole. If you're really unlucky, you're going to throw it in the trunk of your car, and your friends are going to sit on it, and that's going to end up on the ground, and your boots are going to stomp on it in the snow, and then suddenly it's the night before finals, and you're like, I'm not going to graduate! Where's my packet? And it's literally frozen to your floorboards. So, 1, we have extras in the office. 2, take care of the ones we give you. 3, thank you for being you, class of 2017. I can't wait to see what you're like at the finish. Ladies and gentlemen, go to 6th Hour.